Welcome into the AlwaysMoto Emergency Department, brought to you by Lead Moto Australia and TechnicMotorsport.com. I'm your host, David Hogan, the Australian physiotherapist who knows the injuries of our sport of Supercross and Motocross. Let's get to the updates ahead of this week's round 13 of Monster Energy AMA Super Motocross Series at Foxborough. Adam Cerulo, the number 9 on the Monster Energy Kawasaki, will battle through a high ankle sprain in Foxborough this week. It's also known as a syndesmosis injury. These injuries are slower than a traditional ankle sprain to recover from, and he'll also not be liking being on the balls of his foot on the foot peg this week, and dropping that heel down low, as it will really annoy that particular injury, particularly in the whoops and the rhythm lanes. But with only a few races left in his career, Adam will tough it out. We'll have more on Adam's retirement in another video before season's end. Jet Lawrence, number 18 on the HRC Honda, as per the team PR after St. Louis, had a Charlie horse, or also known as a cork thigh, and a nerve issue in the left arm after his collision with Justin Barsha. The week off has likely helped that resolve. There might be some swelling or bruising in the areas, but not enough that will slow him down come this Saturday night. The nerve issue is likely a form of a stinger that's usually seen in the shoulders or hips during contact sports, but these usually resolve within a few minutes after the fact. Jet Reynolds, number 99 on the Club MX Yamaha, Cullen Park on the number 58 Phoenix Racing Honda, and Dean Wilson, the number 15 on the Firepower Honda, have all been back on the bike this week, but none will be racing this week. Dean is aiming to return for Nashville, whilst both Jet and Cullen are aiming for the outdoors. Dylan Walsh, number 88 on the host Grindstone Kawasaki, is now out for Supercross after returning after one race. Dylan might have had another midweek crash. His team has unfortunately confirmed that he is out for the remainder of Supercross. Luca Marsalisi, the number 86 on the Tie Loop Honda, had a crash in Indy, but he will be all good to go in Foxborough. Riders that are out following injuries: Jeremy Martin, number 6 on the Club MX Yamaha, is out following ongoing symptoms following his crash in Detroit. The team PR was not super clear if this was concussion or thumb related, as both were injured in that crash. We would expect that he will now turn his focus to preparing for the Outdoor Championship commencing late May. Freddy Noron on the Mad Parts Kawasaki has managed to injure his 5th metatarsal in a crash in Moto 1 at the Triple Crown. He managed to ride the remaining motos, likely on adrenaline and the age-old adage of not taking the boot off, but he does require a week off, and he's likely to return the following week in Nashville, according to his team owner, Bubba Pauly. John Short, the number 199 Privateer Kawasaki rider, has a fractured bone in his hand. He will be out for a few weeks. John wasn't specific in his update to us about what was exactly injured, but he did indicate that he would need a few weeks off, likely around that 4-week mark for a small bone fracture. Luke Neese, the number 125 on a Privateer Yamaha, unfortunately had a bike malfunction on a triple and has had a serious injury. He's had multiple fractures to his pelvis, and this will see him out for an extended period. His surgery images are also not great. There's a lot of hardware that's been put in to stabilize his pelvis. And along with this, he's going to have a fair amount of time where he is being very limited in his weight-bearing activities whilst these repair areas heal. Long road ahead for Luke Neese. Evan Ferry, number 751 on a Triumph, is reportedly sitting out this week, and we're not clear why that is. The Grade 1 AC joint separation that he suffered in Arlington on press day would have likely recovered by now. He has been back on the bike as per his social updates, but it seems only on outdoors. Maybe he's just focusing on a return for the outdoors in late May. Dylan Ferrandis, number 14 on the Phoenix Racing Honda. This one's a bit odd. The lung infection that he reported to have kept him out seems to have resolved, but there might be rumors around a knee injury as well for Dylan. But he is apparently back on the bike. As per the team's social pages, he will be back soon. Riders making returns this week in Foxborough. Lorenzo Luro, the number 60 on the Wildcat Gas, is back after a few weeks off to recover from his crash at Daytona. Bubba Pauly, the 282, the owner and rider for Mad Parts Kawasaki, is back after rehabbing a dislocated shoulder. That's it for this week. We wish all the riders a speedy recovery as always. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next week, Moto fans.